Hey guys, and welcome to Lord of the Rings, the Battle for Middle-earth 2. Again, this is just like another... Oh, mic's a bit close to me. Just fix that. But this is basically just like a sort of real-time strategy game. Build up your armies, build up your fortresses. There's three different aspects to the game. There's campaigns, there's War of the Ring, which this is, and there are skirmishes. The campaigns, it's good campaign, and the other campaign is an evil campaign. I'm going to move the mic a little bit closer because I don't actually know how I sound on this anyway. Derp derp derp. But yeah, this is War of the Ring I'm playing now. And basically there's different modes that you can play, and this is Sole Survivor, in which you just basically annihilate the other team. Each team's got its own, well, not unique structures, I mean they all have the same function, but they all look completely different. And each team has its own units, yeah, as expected. But each unit has its own little strengths and weaknesses. I mean, swordsmen, they're good against pikemen, but they're bad against archers, and that's heroes. You can get heroes too. Each faction has its own unique hero, like completely unique. It has its own abilities, own strengths, own weaknesses. Some can inspire fear, some can inspire loyalty. Some of them can shoot a massive volley of arrows, the other ones can take out a complete unit of orcs in a couple of seconds. So yeah, like, just now I'm playing against, I'm playing against a CPU, which is just an AI unit. Basically playing against the computer, to put it plainly. But the computer, I'm going to be honest with you, it's beat me so many times. It's a bad day when your computer is more intelligent than you. When your computer beats you at a game, you know it's time to quit, but I am never quitting. I'll never give in. And here we have a battle going on over the unit. There's auto resolve, real time, and retreat. Real time, you basically control the units yourself instead of calculating the odds of a victory. And you just end the phase and that's it. But here we can see that the computer's managed to amass an army that's 3-star army, which is probably the best kind of army you can get. I scrolled over it and it was like had cave trolls, drummer trolls, that sort of. And there we go, another 3-star army. This is why I cannot beat the computer. But here they've managed to capture Rivendell, and Rivendell has its own little defences, which near enough kill my whole unit of men, and that's pretty much it for War of the Ring. You unify everything and that's pretty much what you do. But the main aspect of this game is the battles are controlled like this. You pick a couple of perks with the battle points you get. I chose to use the Minas Tirith map for a skirmish because it gave me a bit more time to explain it all. Instead of like building an entire castle, having to build a fortress, it just costs far too much resources and time. So yeah, this is a barracks that I'm going to place just to produce a couple of units, the basic melee units, or swordsmen if you prefer. Well, swordsmen, and I believe for men it produces fountain guards, which are spearmen in essence. And this is the archery range, which will produce my Gondorian archers and rangers. The walls have the white tree symbol on them, won't always be the white tree, it will just be a symbol, and you can place towers and catapults. Towers, and this is heroes. As I was saying, each faction has its own unique hero. I picked Faramir for my first hero just so that I have a bit of range, keep the enemy at bay. And here we've got the Dunedain Rangers. Now the inn is a very useful little building because, I mean, for each faction you can produce your own little unique unit. I mean, like for most of the evil units it is like the most, for the evil factions it produces Corsairs of Umbar and that's about it. But for the good factions, the elves can produce hobbits, dwarfs can produce men of Dale, and Gondor, as you can see, can produce Dunedain Rangers. Not quite as powerful as the Athelian Rangers. I think it's Athelian Rangers, but still a pretty useful little thing as a starting unit, especially if you have the walls to defend. Now, the amount of units you control is dictated by the amount of resources you have to spend and the command points. And each unit uses about 100 command points max, well not max but roughly 100 command points per unit. And the heroes cost, I think the most expensive is Gandalf, and that's about, I'm not actually sure, but if my memory serves me right, correct me if I'm wrong, but about 200 command points, if not 300. You have just produce, I put them on the aggressive stance, which is just basically crossed swords, so that we fire at anything aggressive or trying to kill them. Some units have special abilities, like you can see the Dunedain Rangers using long shot, which is basically a small long range volley in any area. And as you can see, the enemy was sort of encroaching, so I decided, right, let's produce some resources so I can get some offensive military swordsmen coming out. Some Gondor swordsmen, yeah. That's what every good minister needs. That bloody heart, I just pulled a hair out of my head. Ouch. That's me building a blacksmith, and yeah, that's the end of the video, guys, apparently. But yeah, it's basically, in essence, the Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle Earth.